Your door, precisely portioned for your dog's needs.
Okay, welcome everybody to the continuing education and training of Client Creator. My name is Rand Smith, and I have with me Brandon Christie, who I'm going to turn the call over to in just a minute. The topic of today are emails, email campaigns, text campaigns, and so on. So with that being said, Brandon, take it away.
Sure thing, Rand. Thank you. Yep, today we're going to go over the email and text campaign system, show you how to manage the messages that are in your campaigns. I'll show you how to adjust them, how to see what email and text clients are assigned to them. So if you'll notice on your dashboard, we're going to come right down to the email and text manager. This is going to bring you into the campaign section of your Client Creator account. We have two separate sets of campaigns. We have the email campaigns, and we also have the text campaign system. So the way you can navigate to each one of these, you'll see on the email campaigns, it's highlighted red. That means you're in the email campaigns. And you can see it's also got the logo here for an email. And if you click over to the text campaigns, you'll see the list of text campaigns that you have in your system. And again, the logo's got a little cell phone on it. So that's just an easy way to show the difference between the types of email campaigns and text campaigns in your system. At the top here, you're going to see the amount of campaigns that are in your Client Creator account. These are pretty much assigned by our team and by the system as default. They go in when they set up your account and get these all created for you and assign them each to your account and to your lead capture pages. So these are all the ones that are listed in here, and we'll show you how to go through each of those. I'm going to show you how easily add an email campaign if you wanted to create your own email campaign. I want to show you how to do the pre-written campaigns and our email layout system. So if you wanted to come in and add a campaign on top of the default ones that are located here, you just simply click on the add campaign and you can put test campaign and test campaign description. Okay, if this is the text campaign, you can select this little checkbox here. If it's not a text campaign, you want it to be an email campaign, you just leave it unchecked and hit save. So that'll refresh your campaigns on and bring you into the test campaign that you're creating. You'll see that the name of the campaign is listed right up the top here. So the first thing we're going to do is just going to add a message to it. and you're going to click on add message, and it's going to bring up the screen to add the message details. The date to send, the details of the date to send. This is going to be the day that the message gets sent out to your clients. So if you assign them to this email campaign today, the first message will be sent out to them tomorrow. So the first day would be day 1. So it will be 1 day from today when they're assigned to the campaign. So it will be tomorrow. Day 0. The only time you use day 0 is if it's going to be used with a lead capture page. Day 0 means it's going to be the instant message that they receive on this email campaign when they engage on your lead capture page. So that is the only time that you're going to use it. Day 0 is if you intend to use this with a lead capture page. Otherwise, day 1 will be the very first day that you want to send your message.
Hey, Brandon, I'm sorry to interrupt, but we had someone says your microphone is crackling a bit. I found too, it's very loud. You could turn it down maybe just a little bit. That'll get rid of everything.
All right, no problem. Okay, so excuse me. So again, day 0 is going to be an instant message. Day 1 is going to be the first day on a manually assigned campaign that is not going to be associated with an email, with a lead capture page. So we're going to put day 1 here. So this is going to be your first message sent. Is going to be the subject, and then you can put the details of your message here, anything you want to say. Okay. The signature that you're going to want to assign to this, most of them are going to be your default signature, but you can choose from your multiple signatures in your account if you have them. But again, the default signature will most likely be the one that you want to do. And you hit save, it'll save and it'll add the message. So now this campaign has its very first message that it'll send on day 1. If you wanted to add another one, you just go in here. So let's say you want to send this on the 4th day, day 4 message. Choose a signature and hit save, and it'll add day 4. So you see how easy it is to add messages into your email campaign. You can add this as many messages as you want. You can schedule these as far out as you want. There is no limit to these. So you have your campaign here. Let's say you wanted to change the message that is on here. Easy. You're just going to click on the edit button to the right here of the message. It's going to bring up the information again that you just entered. So you see you have on here day 1, your subject here is first test message, and your content of your message is listed here. Let's say you forgot a period or something, and you hit save. It'll update that information, and it updates and adds the period in there. So pretty easy to add this information into your campaign and add your email messages into the system. So again, you can add these and add as many messages as you want to an email campaign. So and now if you wanted to assign a client to this, so we're going to view the clients that are on this campaign. Well, it's a brand new campaign, so there is no clients assigned to this yet. We can easily assign any clients that are in the CRM of your client creator system. Click on assign clients and you'll see a list of your clients that are available. You can select any of these and hit save, and it'll assign all of those clients on here. You'll see now it populates with all 3 clients that I just assigned to this campaign. And now they're going to start to receive. Now, again, I just assigned them today. So they're going to receive the day 1 message tomorrow. So they'll start to receive their campaign starting tomorrow. If you come in here and you say, okay, I got these 2 on here, but I don't want this test 2 on here, just simply click the X to the right of this, and it'll remove that campaign message on here, and he'll no longer be available. Oops, sorry about that. You've seen that test 2 is no longer listed here. So easy way to modify and add your clients to any of these campaigns.
Okay, somebody wanted to know if they can add a flyer or a photo. and where they would do that.
Sure thing. So if you want to add a flyer or any type of download material, you can either put a link into here, which is what I typically recommend. If you want to upload a file to the email campaign, you can do that here by just clicking on that little file, and then you'll choose from your local computer, and then it'll insert the image. It says image on here, but if you're putting a file in there, you can put a file in there as well, and it'll assign the campaign with that file attached to it.
Please mute your microphones, please. I got someone with a dog barking.
Yeah, I hear that. No worries. So the other thing now here is that we have our clients assigned to this. Now, the other option here is the websites, and this is going to tell you if you have any websites assigned to this. Now, this is going to come up empty, but I'll show you how it works on the other campaigns that have them. But currently, you don't have any websites assigned to this campaign. So again, this is going to show you if any of these lead capture pages that are in your client creator account have this email campaign assigned to it. And again, I'll go over that with you in just a minute with another campaign that does have one assigned. Another cool feature on this is that if you wanted to email everyone that is on this email campaign, you can click on this email everyone. It'll bring up a message box that you can create your own message, enter your information, the subject, and send it. This will send out everybody on this email campaign. A lot of people use this for if they have a home that's for sale or something that just got listed and they want to send it out to buyers that might have been on an email campaign. It's an easy way to send it out to everyone all at one time, without having to send it out individually. So yep, you'll just come right into the email campaign, and everybody that's assigned to this campaign will receive the email message. Finally, is if you wanted to delete a campaign, you're just going to come in here, click on the delete. It cannot be undone, no matter how much you beg. Once you delete it, it is gone and gone for good. So it's a test campaign, so we're just going to go ahead and delete it. And it brings us back to our email summary menu. Again, these are all the pre-written campaigns that are in your system. And I'll show you some of the things that we can do with this as well. I'm going to select this 4-step home buyer because I know that one's assigned to a website that's in my system. So I click on that, and again, I'm seeing the same information on the campaigns that we just created. It's got all the messages. This one has a day 0, which means that it's going to be assigned to a lead capture page. So if the buyer engages on the lead capture page, and then once they put their information in, this is going to be the very first email that they're going to receive, and it's going to happen right after they engage on the lead capture page.
How do you assign an email campaign to a specific lead capture website?
Well, we did cover that in the lead capture page systems, but I'll quickly go back to that. If you go back to your lead capture page and you select any of these lead capture pages, you can hit select. And then in your options, you'll see email and text campaigns. This is where you'll assign all of your email and text campaigns to your system.
Thank you.
So we're going to go back to this email campaign system here. And I'm going to, if I wanted to add a message, I could do that. If I want to view the clients that are on this email campaign, I can do that. We currently don't have any. But this one here is, I'm going to just show you that it pulls up. I assigned this to one lead capture page. So this will tell you, sometimes we have these assigned to multiple buyer or seller lead capture pages. But this is just pulling up that it's telling you that this email campaign is assigned to that specific lead capture page in your account. So if you wanted to change it, or if you wanted to modify it, you know where it's assigned to so that you can make those adjustments. Again, same thing with this. It has an email everyone. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to delete this campaign, even though it's an active campaign in my system. Let's say I made changes to this and I screwed it up somehow, and I want to get it back to the way it was in default. So the way to do that is you can delete this campaign. And then what's going to happen is we're going to come back here and you're going to see in this pre-written campaigns, you now have a new one available because it's telling you that in these default campaigns, you're missing one. And the one you're going to be missing is going to be the 4-step home buyer that we just deleted. So what we can do here is come right back to this pre-written campaigns. And this is going to pull from all the default campaigns that are supposed to be in your system. And you can add this back in. So obviously, if we wanted to, we can preview it and it's going to have all the messages listed here. And once we're ready and we want to add this back into our system, we're going to click add. It's going to go through its process to add all the messages to your system. And then it will be displayed back into your email campaign summary. And you can select on that again. You'll see all the messages are back in there. Everything's back to the way it was by default. So this is an easy way just to reset it if you add messages to it and you're just not happy with it, or if you wanted to just go back to default, you can do that. The other thing is on these pre-written campaigns, sometimes we add, excuse me, add campaigns to the system, to the client creator system. And if it does, you will see that new message displayed there. So you can come in, you can review the messages, see if it's something that you want to add or can use with your current system. And if so, you add it and then you can assign your clients to it as needed. The last section in the email campaign section is the email layout. You can just click on this. It'll show you the email layout that our system has. In here, it's pulling from your photos, from your images.
Yeah, and I don't know if you.
I don't know what that was, but okay, it's
yeah,
gone now.
I just muted. Some people are unmuted. That's okay. But it'll just show you a basic summary of how your messages go out from your system. Again, our team really sets this up for you. Has all of the information, your header information, summary messages, all the details of your account information over here on the side, your social media profiles, your profile picture. So it has all the information on here. All emails are required to have the opt-out, and which is located down here. That is required by the email system to make sure that everybody has the opportunity to opt out of receiving any messages. So that covers the email and campaign system. So we're going to click over to the text campaign system. And a lot of the functions and features in the text campaign are going to be very similar to an email campaign. So I'm going to add a campaign into the text system. And this is going to be a text campaign. And we're going to select that it's a text campaign and hit save. It's going to bring us right into there. You'll know that it's a text campaign because it's got the little cell phone icon on here. So again, we're going to come back through here. We're going to add a message. Similar functions and features. We're going to do day one. You'll notice here that you don't have a subject because text messages don't have subjects. You can't add images. You can't highlight because you can't do that on a text message. So this is a very simple way to add text messages. This message would be just like if you're sending a text to a friend or family member from your cell phone. So testing text campaign message. Okay, you would add that and it'll add the campaign to the system. As with the other campaigns, you can add as many as you would like to these messages. The one thing I would forewarn is you don't want to send too many messages, all the time. We like to space these out, a couple days apart, just so that they're not getting too many text messages, every day from the system. I'm sure you are, you as well as me. If you get too many text messages from a specific company, it can be annoying. So these messages are going directly to a person's cell phone. So, just be cognizant of that because you don't want to, emails are a little easier because they can modify their emails and review them as needed, but text messages usually are coming through right away to the person. Very similar, if you wanted to edit the message, you can click edit and you come in here, make the change. Again, I'm just going to add a period to it, and it'll just make the adjustment. So easy way to do that. And actually, if I didn't know if I showed this before, but if you don't want this message at all, and you want to start over, just click the delete. It'll remove the message, and then you can start all over again. So we'll do one. Just add it back in there. Okay. Very similar to the email campaigns, we can do clients on this as well. Since it's a brand new campaign, there are no clients, so I would assign it. Actually, we're going to go in here. This is only going to pull people who have a cell phone number attached to their system. So if they don't have a cell phone in their campaign, it's going to show you that here. Now, we could still assign these two here, but it's not going to send them a message because there's no cell phone in their account. So the system will show you if they have a phone number attached to it. And if they do, you can select it and hit save, and it'll assign that client to the system. And you'll see it in here.
If it's that, we just change it.
Again, very similar. If you wanted to remove it, you just click on the X to the right of it, and it'll remove that information, and you'll have your clients done. Okay. Again, same thing with the cell phone, with the websites. If there's a campaign assigned to this website, it'll show you that here. Again, this is a brand new campaign, so there are no web lead capture page assigned to this, but if there are, they will show here. Text everyone. This is going to send out a text message to everyone that is in this campaign. And again, if you want to send out a message to everybody that is on here pretty easily, you just come in here, type up your message and click send, and it'll send to everybody that has a cell phone attached to this campaign in your client list. Again, if you want to send out a quick communication that you have a listing or something's occurred that you want to make sure that they're aware of, maybe it's an open house, whatever it may be, you can put that information in here and send it out, and it'll go out to all your clients assigned to this campaign. And finally, the delete campaign, if you want to get rid of it, you can confirm the delete and brought back to the text campaigns. This will also work with your, let's say again, if you wanted to delete this campaign and reassign it, it'll come back into the pre-written campaign systems. You'll see that little new pops up. And if we click on that, it'll show you which one. It's a cell phone or text campaign, and this is the one that we just deleted. And we'll just add it back in. It'll go through the process and add those back in. Okay, put that back in. You'll see it's back in there. So a real easy way to manage the email campaigns. Now, again, I covered this before, but I do want to go through it real quickly. Is if you do want to add a campaign into a system or to a client, you go into the client, and then you're going to assign a campaign here. So you're in the email campaigns, and if I wanted to assign a campaign, I click on Add Campaign here. It brings up my list, and I can choose any of these campaigns on here, General Fire Campaign, and hit Save. And it'll automatically save or attach that email campaign to this client. So this is another way to assign a client to a specific email campaign. If I click on the text message campaigns, we can do the same thing. Click on Add a Campaign. It'll bring up my text message campaigns in my system. Click on that and hit Save, and it'll assign that campaign to the system. So multiple ways to assign clients to a particular campaign. One, you can do it within the details of the client. The other way is to do it within the email campaign themselves. Again, email campaigns are assigned to lead capture pages by our team, so you don't need to do anything there. They're automatically done. This will be more if you have imported clients into your system from a CSV file or from another CRM that you were using, and you want to assign them to a campaign. This would be how you would do that. Or if you want to create the new campaign, just as I showed you previously, you can come in and attach those campaigns to these clients. And again, I'll quickly cover that. I know I covered it earlier, but if I want to change a campaign on a lead capture page, I'll just come in here, hit select. It'll bring me into the options section, and I can click on my email campaign. So this is going to tell me what campaigns I can assign to this. So I can put on here anything that I want. I can assign the text campaign and an email campaign and hit save. And then now that has this campaign assigned to this lead capture page. Okay. The other thing I just wanted to cover briefly, and I know I touched on it a little bit in the system earlier with the signatures, but that is located under your account and then options. And then you'll see your signature located down here. This is going to show you all the signatures that you have in your system. So if you wanted to have a specific signature for a buyer campaign, or you wanted to have a specific signature for a seller campaign, you can add those signatures here. And then when you go in to assign the message, you can select that signature to be applied to that message. This is used primarily if you don't want to use the default signature. If you wanted to have a specific link to a lead capture page or some information for sellers, you could set up a specific seller's signature on here, as well as if you wanted to set up a specific signature for buyers. I know Rand covers a little bit of this when he uses his campaigns. He's got different email signatures for his systems, depending on who he's sending out the message for. So this gives you the ability to add that here. In your signature, it's telling you which one is your default signature. So if you do not have a signature assigned to a campaign or a message, your default signature is going to be the one that's used. So again, if you don't have anything assigned to it, it's going to automatically just pick your default signature and use that for your account. So just a quick options for your signature on how to add and edit those. Okay, Rand, that covers pretty much what I needed to cover on the email campaigns and text campaigns.
Just one word on signatures. Always put a link in your signature. Give them a way to come back or to go to one of your lead capture websites that continue to feed them information and service them. Okay, so whether you put a link to your lead capture website or to your, home valuation, or for a list of homes, whatever you have, just make sure that your signature includes a hot link that will continue to serve them, even if that hot link goes to your personal website. You just want to be able to have a way to continually serve their needs. Okay, let's get to the questions. This will take a few minutes. Okay, how can you send a list of the homes should our IDX be linked?
I'm not sure if I can answer that. I mean, an IDX just needs to be supplied so that they can send list of homes, correct? Am I correct on that?
Yes.
So whether you want to have it linked to Client Creator is totally up to you. Once the lead's generated, that would be your part of the follow-up process on how you want to send them available list of homes that meet their criteria. If you want to have it automatically have your clients sent to a website that has the homes for sale, we can absolutely incorporate that into your Client Creator lead capture page. You would just need to send us that link that you want to use. But typically, most realtors will send them a list of homes as part of their follow-up process so that they can get them to to engage instead of automatically sending them the homes for sale through the lead capture page.
Okay, I know you've answered this a couple times, but it says, how do we locate active campaigns? Apologies, I'm having trouble locating these.
Active email campaigns, I'm assuming, it's just under your email and text campaign. If you click on your, there's a couple ways. I'm going to go through the main menu. This is when you log in. You can select the email and text manager. And it'll bring you to that page. Or on the main menu up here, you'll see email and text. That'll also take you right to the main campaigns. That'll have all of your active campaigns on here. Up here is going to be the total email campaigns you have as for the emails. And then if we want to look at our text campaigns, you click on text campaigns and it'll show you have total 4 campaigns active on your system.
Okay, are we stepping in and sending the listings privately or connecting them to our MLS auto emails after they connect?
Yeah.
Rand, you're gonna have to answer this one. I don't
Yeah,
know. I don't know
yeah,
how they
you
do this.
you do. You step in there and you send them a list of homes that match their buying criteria. Or if you want to transfer them over to your MLS and the auto emails, you could do that as well to send them a list of homes. Okay, next, the text will not come from your personal text number, correct?
Yeah, that is absolutely correct. We're not able to send on behalf of your own personal cell phone number. So the messages will come initially from the client creator text system. If a client responds to the message, replies to it in their text system, it'll automatically be sent to your personal cell phone, and then you can communicate directly with the client as needed from there.
Okay, next question says, do these campaigns get sent to everyone on Client Manager? No, only those ones that have been assigned to that particular campaign. Okay, do you want to add to that, Brandon?
No, that's exactly right. If they're assigned to that campaign, or if they engaged on the lead capture page that has that email campaign or text campaign assigned, those are the ones that are going to receive these messages. So each campaign gets assigned to particular clients, and those clients receive the messages on the email campaign.
Well, here's a good question. If a client unsubscribes, will it be shown somewhere?
Yep, absolutely. It'll be shown in the opt-out in your client manager. If you go into, you'll see on the, like this one here, it's a fake email address, but you'll see they haven't verified, but you'll see on here the opt-out is going to show. Actually, this doesn't show because they haven't opted in, but there'll be a section here. It'll say right here, opted out, and you'll notice it'll be on the top right-hand corner. I mean, I don't think I have anybody that says opted out. Oh, here it is right here. This one says opted out. It'll show you that they've opted out. Actually, Rand Smith opted out. So, yep, it'll show you right there on the top left-hand corner that they have opted out.
Okay, let's see. Client, do you have suggested text message copy? And I replied to her, yeah, please make the messages short, to the point, educational, conversational, especially in text messages. But that's true for emails messages as well. You want to add anything to that?
No, I definitely agree. That's why I said space out the messages. You don't want to be overzealous and send them out messages multiple times a day, or even every day. You want to space them out so that it's not overbearing.
Okay, in the lead contact information, is the phone number a number that the lead supplied, or did client creator find that phone number?
Good question. If the phone number is in the primary section, and let me go back into a client that might have this. So I don't know if anybody's got this information in here. If the phone number or cell phone number is located in the primary area, it's going to be one that they supplied. If it's in the other phone number, other, or cell phone other, that's going to be one that client creator found. So these are just in the other section is going to be ones that we found. If it's in the primary phone number or primary cell phone number, it's going to be ones that they entered in on their lead capture page.
Oh, good information. Okay, let's see. How can you send a list of homes, or should IDX be linked? I think we probably already went through that. How do you add the client? I'm not sure exactly what that means.
Yeah, either a client gets added from a marketing on the lead capture page and they engage on the lead capture page. But if you're talking about adding a client manually, you'll come to your client manager and click options and then add a client, and you can add a client directly in here. And once you add a client into your system, that's when you can go in and assign any of those email campaigns that are in your client creator manager.
Okay, it says, how do you create your own website for sale by owners like Rand was talking about? Well, if you attended any of the weekly coaching calls, which are the ones that were on Thursday, I know this is confusing. It's in the download call number 3. We have information on how to deal with FSBOs and how to create your own website with some links in there that will show you step by step. But if you could just give them an idea of how they use our template to just get started with a FSBO, setting up
Yeah,
their own business.
absolutely. And again, I'm going to preface this as if you have a listing that you want to post or to create, you can email that to our support team and we will create that for you. So that's part of the service in Client Creator. So we have clients all the time that are emailing, they have new listings and we create the listings and then we post it out to all of your social media. But if you want to create a new listing for, do it on your own, you just come over to here and create a new website. And then you're going to choose the listing template, which is the last one on here. And once you bring that information in, you'll put in the address, you'll put in the zip code, you'll put in all of the real estate information. And I'm just going to put in here.
Photos, everything.
Yeah, you're going to put in the photos. You're going to put in the MLS information, all the IDX information. So you're going to go through and you're going to verify all of this information for you. Actually, you won't verify this because it's not a valid address, but once you go through all of this, you'll put in your MLS, you'll put in your features and your photos and all of that information. And I'll show you what one will look like with it. I think I have one here. So you'll have your listing lead capture page, your website name, the campaigns that you want to assign to this, any images that you want to assign. You would just basically click on these and add all of the images to the system. Your listing details, the MLS, the listing price. So you're going to go through this and just complete all of these, all of these areas to put your listing on, and it'll create the lead capture page for you.
As much of that information as you have, anyway.
Yeah. Absolutely. You're just going to go through and create it, and you'll be able to preview. You can preview the lead capture page here. Actually, maybe next week I'll walk through a listing and create one just from scratch so I can show everybody how to do it. But again, if you have a current listing that you want to get out there real quick, just email to our support team. We'll get it generated for you and post it out to your social media pages ASAP.
Okay. And by the way, once that website has been completed, you've created it, you send the link to your for sale by owner for them to use it in all of their marketing, whether they're doing ads or they've got something going online or they're posting it on a local website or a chat board, anything. They can put that link in there so that people can click on it and it'll take them to the lead capture website that you created, which, by the way, means that any leads generated from their marketing go in there and they're your leads. Of course, now you can give them the leads to follow up on if you want, but I found they don't really want to follow up on them. So, and they will generate more leads than you will. So it's a good thing to have. So FSBOs, and it's a great service. Okay, next it says need IDX feed and would like Client Creator IDX for the $12.99 with $75 setup fee, but unable to do. Not sure what that means.
All right, so the IDX, and there's a lot of confusion on this, so I'll try to explain it. An IDX is from Client Creator is only going to be if you do not have a way to search homes from your broker already. 90% of you, maybe even more, probably already have the availability to have an IDX from your broker, and this will be cheaper and probably free. So you do not need to sign up for IDX with Client Creator if you have that already. However, if you don't have any ability to get an IDX or a way to search homes from your brokerage, then you can sign up for the IDX. I will explain this to you. There is a $75 setup fee from the Realtor Board. There is a $12.99 data fee. However, most, and it is most, real estate brokerages or real estate IDX boards charge additional to supply a feed to a third-party system. So we do not know that until after you sign up and we get authorization from your brokerage to supply this feed. They tell us what their fee is going to be. So it may not be just $12.99 per month. And I try to put that on here because most brokerages do not, it's a plus a $75 one time. Some realtor boards charge additional fees for the service, and we have no control over that. We try to give this to you as affordable as possible, but if the brokerage is charging us an additional fee, unfortunately, that fee has to get passed on to you. So Again, I would try to exhaust all options to get an IDX feed from your brokerage and your broker before signing up for this, because again, we don't want to make you pay for something that you shouldn't have to pay for. But we do give this as an option for real estate agents who have no other options available.
Okay, can I review my sent emails? I know we've been over this before, but if you could just review it real quick.
Sure. To review sent emails on anybody, any of your clients, you're just going to real simply go into the view and go into the email section right here. And if you click on that emails, it'll show all of the messages that have been sent up, from your Monday morning coffee to your campaigns. All of that information is going to be showing in here. And you can quickly go into the details of any of these campaigns if you want to view it. That'll bring up the information, when it was processed, when it was delivered, when this person opened it, the email address, the subject, all of that information is in here. You also have the ability for text messages as well. I don't think there's going to be any text messages on here because he doesn't have a cell phone, but that would bring you up to the same thing as the email campaign. So you can track all messages, emails, and texts that were sent out to any of your clients under the CRM details.
Okay. Our seller campaigns automatically go to a cloud CMA.
Seller camp, when the lead capture pages are incorporated to a CMA. So when they enter in and engage on any of your seller lead capture pages, they're automatically provided the CMA, and you're able to see what they see. I'm not sure which one has an address on it. This one does here. If you come under this and you see that they're a seller, if you click on the home value, it'll pull up the information for the data on the home valuation.
Hey, that's my house.
That is your house. So it'll pull all that information, up on the CMA, so you can get an idea of the home property information, the value that was supplied to them.
Okay, I think that answered that. Are we notified when the campaign is over? Good question.
Yep, great question.
Yes, you are notified. And when you're notified that someone has completed a campaign, you should go in there and reassign that client to another follow-up campaign, so that they're always on a campaign that is staying in touch with them and following up with them forever until they list, sell, buy, die, or tell you to stop. You want to add to that?
Yeah, one thing is if a campaign does end, they're still going to receive Monday morning coffee. So
Yeah.
regardless if you do assign them to another campaign, or maybe there's just another campaign that you want to put them back on, they're still going to receive your Monday morning coffee each week. So, the campaign may have ended for the messages that were in there, but again, if you have the Monday morning coffee, they're going to consistently receive that.
Okay, can we see the text feature today on our cell phone using a test text, what day, 1 or 0?
Yep, you can assign if you want to go in and assign yourself as a client with your cell phone, and then when you go into the campaign and set it up, you can put assign yourself as the client, and then you'll see all the messages and see how they receive them.
Okay, where can you see your signatures? I know we just went over that, but she missed that.
No problem.
Where you started with that, yeah.
Under account, options, and then signature. You'll see all your signatures.
And where it gets to there is that little round blue, if you could put that window away for me. That little round thing with lines in it, that's options. And always remember, when you see that, you click on it, and you're going to get all sorts of options that are available to you. Okay. Are the coaching calls done? Yes, they are. We had call number 4 last week, and now you're into the weekly training calls from Client Creator. Could you go over the steps for adding a new listing? I think we just did, so hopefully you were with us on that. Can you go through the steps for logging in from start to finish on adding client, then assigning a campaign?
Yeah, I don't know if we'll be able to have time for that, but I do want to go back. We do have the full video library located in the system, so you want to click on that. And if you caught any of the Zoom meetings, all the Zoom meetings are located here, and you can get caught up has a CRM broken up into two parts, the lead capture pages as well. But also we have the how to use section, which goes over in details each of the sections in Client Creator, as well as our weekly webinars. So you can go in from lead follow-up, the webinar and listing. Somebody was asking you about a listing. This is where you would find that information in the CRM if you want to add clients and you want to learn about these. So all of these videos go through in step-by-step, kind of like what we're doing here, but a little bit quicker. And it just goes through, and that way you can pause it and complete your setup on your side.
Okay, that's it for this week. If you didn't get your question answered, send an email to support@clientcreator.com. Meanwhile, we'll see you next week, Friday at 11 a.m. Thanks so much. Have a great weekend, you guys. Bye-bye.